Alrighty, I think the little red light up there means I'm finally recording. So this is your Restuary Wrap Up. It has been 29 days with 14 experiences, some rest stops, some detours, probably some bumps in the road, some restarts, U-turns, and all the like. And that is perfectly okay. As Kate Northrup says, your timing is perfect and elegant. So whether you have done one or all 14 of the experiences, welcome and congratulations. Signing up is a step worth celebrating. Signing in and reading is a step worth celebrating. Digging in and immersing yourself in the experiences is also something to celebrate. Rest. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience. So even though I'm the one who crafted the experience and posted it for you, it is also something that I went through myself, both from the creative process, but also from a participant in the process. I had high hopes for a lot of things, and some things went exceedingly well and some not so much. I had high hopes that February would be the month of no TV after dinner. It didn't happen. I don't know if it even happened once. There was less screen time, and I consider that a good thing. There was park time without a phone, and even though that might include running around and chasing my daughter, it's a different kind of rest. So play is a creative rest for children, and it can be for adults as well. We just are not so great at allowing that to happen. And so I considered that a win. Even though it was February and I live in the Midwest, I had the opportunity to do a bunch of grounding, or a bunch considering it was February. So I did go out in the snow one day and found a patch of dirt that was not so snow covered. It was still wet and cold, and I don't know, maybe 40 degrees that day. But the sun was shining, and I took my shoes off and I stuck my feet in the dirt. And then lo and behold, the next day was like 60 degrees. So we went to the park, and I came home to a picnic, and we sat down on the earth and we laid down and we put our feet in the dirt and we experienced that rest. Even with the incessant talking of my toddler. What else was surprising? So a lot of the mental aspects of resting in situations, we're always given the opportunity, whether we look at it or not, to choose to stop. It could be mid-fight with your spouse. If you just stop talking, you don't even have to be actively listening, but if you stop talking, if you stop trying to formulate an answer, right? That is a form of rest. And rest like that can allow a shift, a change. I'm not good at driving a stick, so this metaphor is probably all wonky, but you can't throw your car from third into reverse without pushing in the clutch, right? Like that, it just doesn't happen. So there are are steps to make changes, whether it's ending and resolving the fight that you're in with someone else or in your head. We have way more fights in our head probably than we do out loud with other people. But stopping is the first step, and that is a form of rest. And that's a form of rest that can be taken hundreds of times a day if we choose it. And I think as far as healing and moving our lives forward, that's one of the forms of rest that can be tiny but amazing. As far as some of the other forms of rest and nourishment, whether it is considering an adaptogen or changing the way that you eat, allowing your digestive system to have a rest. I spent a good chunk of December and January eating mono-type meals and allowing some rest to my digestion, and therefore a lot of the rest of the systems in my body because of the way that I was eating. And that's, again, something that you can do any day of the week. Fasting is another form of digestive rest, although there's more things to consider when you're fasting, whether it's fasting through one meal for a day or longer. There are things to consider, and I hope that that would be something that you might consider and explore as a way to improve your health. And you might be surprised at the mental benefits as well. The mental benefits might show up as struggle at first because just like silence can bring up a lot of mental chatter when you're not filling your body and feeding your emotions, there can be a lot of mental chatter as well. I am grateful for the opportunity to lead you on this journey, even if it seemed a little bit hands-off. I am grateful that I took the journey myself, because that's one thing as someone in my position, walking the talk is really important to me. And not just walking it once or having done part of the process, but to really dig in. And like I said, I was an active participant, but I may not have succeeded or exceeded my own expectations, and that's perfectly fine. This is something that you can visit and revisit. Like I said in emails, this system, these experiences will be up until about March 25th, 26th for you to enjoy. I hope you will take advantage of them. I hoped to get a little bit of feedback from you all. And so I'll just go through some questions now and invite you to respond to the email that you got this video in, and let me know your experience. Let me know how I can continue or to better serve you, whether it is with Reiki and distance healing or through nutritional support, just lending an ear to listen as well. I am available for that. So just wanted to know, how are you feeling at the end? Did you journal about how you were feeling at the beginning or any expectations that you had? Now or at the end of March is your time to reflect on that. So to go through a season of rest and not have any reflection on it is a little bit counterproductive. It's like skipping Shavasana in yoga. The reflection piece is really important. So what in this process felt really good to you? And what did you resist? Were there any experiences that you were like, ooh, nope, not for me, which is totally fine. And I don't care if there were things that came up that weren't for you. not every experience was meant to be the most exciting thing for everybody, but it's always interesting to know what you were resisting, or just even if you had resistance around anything. You don't have to tell me the specific thing if you don't want to. So the space, the website, the process, logging in, and all of that. How was that for you? If you have any feedback on the emails that you received, or if you wanted more support, I would love to hear that as well. And do you think it was worth your time? I know that this was not a come to the classroom at 9 a.m. and you're not allowed to leave till 10 type of thing. And so you could put as much or as little time in as you wanted. But your time is still very valuable. And I would like to know if you felt like getting through the, just reading the experiences was worth your time. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about your experiences. And I'm grateful that you went with me on this journey. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas for other opportunities or freebies like this that you want to explore with me, please let me know. As always, my inbox is open, and I am grateful for you. Have an amazing day.